It's October 21st and it decided to snow. So if you look at my parents' front yard, there is snow on the ground. We probably got about 6 inches of snow on October 20th. So unfortunately, I'm not ready to go out in my RV permanently yet, but as I was driving down the road yesterday, I realized that I'm so over this. So I'm really excited to not have to deal with snow. Hopefully we don't get too much snow over the next couple months so that I can actually live in my RV once I move out of my apartment. So today is a big day per instructions of my father and requiring that he feels I'm safe. He is going to be giving me driving lessons today for my RV. So we're going to be taking it out and driving it around a parking lot just like I did when I first learned how to drive a car. But we will see how it goes. So let's see how that driving lesson is. So what should I focus on that's different about driving this versus driving my regular car?
Well, obviously the first one is you're big. I'm 12 feet tall.
Okay.
And you're real wide, which means you have less clearance on your lane, so you got to really stay centered on the lane. And the other thing is, because you're long and you got a tail end hanging out there, when you turn, you have kind of a whiptail effect, like a crocodile wraps his tail around you. Okay. But the other big thing is going to be just the heaviness of the vehicle. It's going to steer over, you're going to rock and roll a little more. You got to watch the steering wheel because you'll be doing more of this instead of just tooling down like you do your car. And then add the whole braking effect. Your car is probably 3,500 pounds. This is about 15,000. So you're going to brake totally different. Be much more conscious of slowing down before you brake and watch that moderation so the pedal doesn't get locked up on it. And the rest is just being comfortable with the massiveness. Everything is slower, everything responds differently. You will have a tendency to roll, which you don't with a car. You have a tendency to turn the steering wheel and the vehicle wants to go straight because you've got so much inertia. So just kind of watch those factors. I think a few times around the parking lot today, you'll get real comfortable with all those uniquenesses and then get on the streets more and you'll be fine.
So the driving lesson went really well. Dad said that I'm a natural. So that was really good. We also figured out a few little quirks of things that were happening, turning, all of that sort of stuff. We barely left the parking lot. That was cool. I was fine with that. But I did drive home from the parking lot we were in, big church parking lot near my parents' house. And I did not get this on camera. I should have, but then we had a small little hitch when it came to the levelers, and my dad backed up over the curb behind to neighbors, thinking he was fine till the wheels, not realizing that the levelers were low enough that they were going to catch on the side. So we had a little bit of an adventure, but we figured it out, we mastered it, and I feel like that was my first major hurdle towards being successful in this. So as we keep going with this adventure, I will try to remember more and more to record the bad things that happen and the adventures that I go on, but this is the first one and I think that it went really well and I'm feeling much better about driving it, though I have yet to drive it on a highway. So we'll see how that goes. Keep watching my videos. I hopefully will be better about making sure to show the bad as well as the good, the adventures that I have, and the little things that people need to know about owning an RV, as well as the things people don't think about, because it's like a house and a car that has to have its own power. And so there's a lot of things that you don't really know about. That is my goal. If you're interested in that, as well as all of my adventures with my bunnies and with visiting the different places in the United States, please subscribe. That is how I know that people are interested. Like and comment so I know which of my videos you enjoy the most. I look forward to sharing my adventures with you as we go forward.